Good morning, everyone. Good morning to the day 26, magically transforming our mistakes into blessings. So, how wonderful is this? Turn your wounds into wisdom, says Oprah Winfrey, born in 1954, very much alive and kicking, a media personality and a businesswoman. So, on the left hand side, if you look at the sky, there's an opening and a lot of magic is coming down, right? So it's called blessing in disguise. It's called your mistakes are blessings, and how you can really transform your life by understanding that why did the mistake happen and what is it that I learn out of these mistakes. So let's start our journey of today morning. Today is all about day 26, about realizing that mistakes can be blessings. So Rhonda Byrne says, every single mistake is a blessing in disguise. Today's magical practice will prove it because you are about to discover that there are actually untold blessings hidden within every mistake. A child makes many mistakes while learning how to ride a bike or ride, or how to ride a bike or ride, and we don't give a second thought because we know that through their mistakes they will learn and eventually master what they're trying to do. So, why is it that adults are so hard on themselves when they make a mistake? The same rule that applies to children also applies to you. We all make mistakes, and if we didn't make them, we never learned anything, and we won't grow any smarter or any wiser. So let's understand, when a small child is trying to walk, he falls down, and you're like, कुछ नहीं हुआ, मिट्टी डाल दो या चींटी मर गई. It's okay, it's making you stronger. We are having the child's back, we're encouraging him or her. What about us? When we make a mistake, why do we judge ourselves? Oh my God, you're so foolish. Why the negative self talk? Why the belittling of ourselves? Forget people, we do that to ourselves. So now we've realized that there's so much happening in our life. Let's understand what's coming our way. Rhonda Byrne says, we have the freedom to make our own choices. And that means we have the freedom to make mistakes. Mistakes can hurt. But if we don't learn from the mistake we've made, the pain we've suffered from it has been for nothing. In fact, by the law of attraction, we will make the same mistake over and over again until the consequences hurt so much that we finally learn from it. It's the very reason why mistakes hurt, so that we do learn from them and don't make them repeatedly. सो अगर आप एक मिस्टेक कर रहे हैं, बार बार कर रहे हैं, वो वापस आपकी लाइफ में आएगी because you haven't learned the lesson. The law of attraction is bringing the same mistake again and again to you. So you have to learn a lesson. And it's very, so I'll go spiritual deep down. Even human beings take the same life again and again and again. They live the same life again and again and again until they get a lesson out of it. So let's understand that we have to change. If we made a mistake, embrace it by accepting it firstly and see what is there for us. Of course, Rhonda Byrne will guide us, handhold us in understanding how to do it. She says, to learn from a mistake, we first have to own it. And this is where many people can become undone because they often blame someone else for their mistakes. Let's consider the scenario of being pulled over by the police for speeding and being given a speeding ticket. Instead of taking responsibility for the fact that we were speeding, we blamed the officer because they were hiding in the bushes on the highway around a bend. So we couldn't see them. They had a radar gun, and so we didn't stand a chance. But the mistake was ours because we were the one who chose to speed. The problem with blaming other people for our mistake is that we will still suffer the pain and consequences of our mistake, but we didn't learn from it. And so, bingo, we'll attract making the same mistake again and again and again. You are human. You will make mistakes, and it's one of the most beautiful things about being human. But you must learn from your mistakes, otherwise, your life will have a lot of unnecessary pain. How do you learn from a mistake? Simple, gratitude. No matter how bad things may seem, there are always many things to be grateful for. When you look for many things as you can to be grateful for in a mistake, you magically transform the mistake into blessings. Mistakes attract more mistakes, and blessings attract more blessings. Which one do we prefer? Today, let's think about a mistake we have made in our life. It doesn't matter whether it was small or big, but let's choose one that still hurts when you think about it. Maybe you've lost temper with a person close to you and the relationship hasn't been the same since. Maybe you put blind faith in another person and got burned. Maybe you told a white lie to protect someone. Because of it, you ended up in a difficult situation. You might have chosen the cheaper option on something and it all went wrong and ended up costing you a whole lot more. You might have thought you were making the right decision about something, but it completely backfired on you. Once you've chosen a mistake to magically transform into blessings, look for the things to be grateful for. To help you, there are two questions you can ask yourself. What did I learn from the mistake? Okay, I made the mistake. Now, what have I learned from it? Hmm. Second, what are the good things that come out of the mistake? The most important thing to be grateful for about every mistake are the things you learned from it. And no matter what the mistake, there are always many good things that come out of it and altered your future for the better. Think this through very carefully and see if you can find a total of 10 blessings to be grateful for. Every blessing you find has magical power. Write out your list in gratitude journal or type them on a computer. I'll always say it's important to write it because writing gives you the energy to understand it. As they always say, this is a thumb for the connection with the Supreme. This is your ego, and this is your intellect. Three of them come together when you hold a pen or a pencil, and this is where you truly are surrendering. So if you're just typing it like this, it's your first three fingers working, never your thumb. And this is your godly connection. So please start writing rather than typing, okay? So, of course, Rhonda Byrne is giving us an example to make our job clear. So, the example that she gives us is, which she spoke about, that the police officers are in a bush and they have the radar gun and they've caught us over speeding. So, that is where we've been caught. Now, let's look at what, and we've received a fine. So, first, I'm grateful to the police for wanting to protect me from harming myself. Because after all, that was all they were trying to do. Yeah. Let's understand it rather than saying, oh, they've taken a fine and they've been unscrupulous. I look at the blessings. I'm counting the blessings. Number two, I'm grateful to the police because if I'm honest with myself, I was thinking about other things and I wasn't concentrating on the road. Sometimes you're stuck in your, thing and you're just speeding. So now the person is reflecting on it. Number three, I'm grateful for the police because it was foolish to put myself at risk speeding with a tire that needed to be replaced. So, of course, my tire was bad, and I could think of that as a blessing. What if I had burst? So, things like that. Number four, I'm grateful to the police for the wake up call. Being pulled over did affect me, and it will make me watch my speed and drive more carefully in the future. So, very important to understand this also. I'm grateful to the police because somehow I had a wild idea and I could speed without getting caught and without putting myself in danger. The seriousness of the police made me face up to the fact that I was putting both myself and others in serious danger. So, very important to understand where are we? What are we going through, right? Number six, I'm grateful to the police because if I think about my own family being put in danger by other speeding drivers, then I definitely want the police to stop speeding drivers. I'm really grateful to the police for the work they do in trying to ensure the safety of every person and family on the roads. I'm grateful to the police. They must see heartbreaking situations every day. And all they're trying to do is protect my life and my family's life. So, how beautiful, right? Number nine, I'm grateful to the police for making sure that I arrived home safely and walked through the door to my family as I usually do. Number 10, I'm grateful to the police because of all the possible consequences that could have stopped me from my speeding. The police pulling me over was the least harmful consequence, and it could have been the biggest blessing of my life. I would strongly urge you to make any mistakes you've made in your life and you still feel bad about it, and in your own time, follow this magnificent and magical practice. Think about it, Through one mistake, you have the power to bring many blessings. What else guarantees dividends like this? So please, today is our duty to think about that one thing and how we can look at the blessings. Magical practice number 26. Magically transform mistakes into blessings. The very first important thing for every single day, and we read that again and again to tell ourselves how important it is, count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings, write why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. The more grateful you feel, the more blessings you're inviting in your life, right? So, this thank you, thank you, thank you are magical words, and please use them as much as possible. Remember, gratitude is never too much. Number two, today's job is to choose one mistake we made in our life. Third, find a total of 10 blessings you're grateful for as a result of making that mistake and write them down. So, whichever that one is, we have an example of the police ticket officer, the fining, and the speeding. Whichever, pick up one mistake and count your 10 blessings. It's very magical to go deep down. So, if you're speaking to somebody all the time negatively, and that's a mistake done, maybe that could be a one big thing which you're repeating again and again and again. So that's one thing you can see, or anything that comes to your mind. Number four, to help you find blessings, you can ask yourself the questions: what did I learn from the mistake? And what are the good things that came out of the mistake? Number five, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words: thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. It's very important to understand that we must wake up to gratitude and we must sleep to gratitude. So, if the magic rock works, Lotus of Gratitude works, Gratitude Journal works, whatever works, Gratitude Walk works, whatever works, just do it. Maybe you want to have the 100 steps of gratitude in the night and then sleep. Okay, so be it. Whatever works. So, let's understand that life is beautiful and you and I'm here for a purpose, and let's have a magical life ahead. Thank you for coming. See you tomorrow morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you.